shouldn't be too surprised that the Pope is okaying homosexuality directly and indirectly. By him telling a gay man, God made you this way, he's okaying homosexuality, and that's basically just kind of tying into the whole agenda of the world right now. Not surprised, because now you also have to look at how is it that the Pope and the whole Catholic Church around that whole institution really keeps coming under screening for pedophilia and for child abuse. And it's like, it's no secret. Everybody knows, like, this is something that keeps coming up with the quote unquote, like the Catholic Church, quote unquote, the Pope and that whole institution. Like, every physical thing on this planet is a manifestation of what really goes on internally. Every physical thing is a manifestation of the spiritual, of what's really happening. If the Catholic Church and everything around it keeps coming under like suspicion for child abuse and child molestation and pedophilia over and over, like everybody knows it's a reigning joke of little boys and the Catholic Church. I just made a video. The connection, homosexuality and pedophilia really go hand in hand. A lot of these people claiming to be gay are just children who have been abused sexually, whether they remember it, whether they don't. And this trauma has never been dealt with. Hence now you're gay and you're comfortable being gay. Now in 2023, the way the narrative, the climate, the environment of the world is, if you're just any kind of mentally confused, the gay atmosphere is there to claim you, basically. It's now just conducive for mentally unstable people. And when they don't want to deal with the trauma, it's easier to just say, I don't identify as anything. I am a non-binary. I am a cis, whatever the heck. Sounds like a cyst. Sounds like an infection. Something wrong. But that's sidetracked. Like, it's not a surprise when the Pope is okaying this. And it's also the same institution that is always under scrutiny for child abuse and molestation. That should really make you see what these guys are really about. And now these are the ones really setting the standard for quote unquote religion for the world. This is a nutty place, man. This is a nutty place. When the ones setting the foundation and standard for quote unquote religion, which is a huge factor / business on planet Earth. Religion. When the pioneer, in a sense, of that institution, and all that institution keeps getting flagged for child abuse, pedophilia, it should let you know that there's something not right in that institution. There's something illegal in that, spiritually illegal in that institution that claims to represent God, claims to stand for God, but yet supports the things that go against God. If you are you can denounce homosexuality without being hateful. You see, people are scared to denounce homosexuality because they think it makes you sound hateful. This is not about hating gay people. This is just about knowing where we're at, how it is in 2023. No. I've made videos before. Gay people have been around forever. This is not some new breed of people that never existed, and now everybody's trying to figure out how to deal with them. Since I was young, I have always seen and dealt and experienced gay people. It was never a thing. Friendly, loved them, clowned around, played, like had fun. It was never a thing. So this is not, hate for gay people. And that's why the world is like scared to even speak on it, because they think it's, you're a homophobe if you don't like gay people. No. There's just right and there's wrong in this world, and how it's being promoted and how it's being pushed in the world today. It's very perverted. This is like beyond gay anymore. This is not even about gay people or homosexual people. It's a very perverted movement, and it becomes a problem because it's being pushed for kids. It's one thing if it's being pushed for the adults, like adults we know, but when it's being pushed for kids, and you're so thirsty to teach kids about this perverted nature, this nature that is like, man, as a grown-up, you understand, hey, man, that's just you. You're gay, whatever. But now it's being pushed to kids whose minds are still forming and developing and everything it's so impressionable. It's not a coincidence. You look at this new generation coming up, and every time you see them, they just rainbowed out. they just rainbowed out. And I'm getting sidetracked and I'm getting off track with this video, because the whole point was just to really show, like, you have to be able to start looking at this world for what it is. The truth of this world is open and it's visible to the whole world. It's a matter of whether you choose to see it or not. Or do you just want to let this world tell you what to think continually? This world right now got everybody's mind on lock. And this world, meaning the people running this world. But these people running this world are also the ones tormenting this world. And it's also a very devilish and a very satanic world. And one thing about Satan, he loves to show his shit off. He loves to tell you how he's fucking you up while doing it without you not having a clue. See, this world and all the evils of this world, they tell you who they are. It's out there. It's a matter of whether you choose to see it or not. The Catholic Church cannot keep being persecuted for child molestation and child abuse and this is just the cloud that follows the Catholic Church. This is the cloud that follows the Catholic Church. You cannot ignore that. Like, you cannot ignore, if this is the cloud that follows you, you're not following each individual person. This is the cloud that follows the institution. So now you have to look at the institution of this Catholic Church, the institution of this Pope that's leading this Catholic Church. You have to look at that institution and really start to look through spiritual eyes, because it's not a coincidence that he will say God made you like this and he's trying to okay this nature of homosexuality. It's one thing to just, hey man, love yourself and still pray for who you are. Still, if whether you're gay or not, you have to pray for who you are. Everybody has flaws. Everybody has things that they have picked up in this world. Everybody has habits. Everybody has traits that's not agreeable to God. Everybody does, whether you're homosexual or you're not. And if you're not gay, whatever traits you have in your life that does not correlate with God, you still have to pray. Like, you have to pray and you have to go to God. You have to take it to God. Like, hey, God, that's where the forgiveness comes from. That's where the relationship with God comes from. It's in knowing who you are, but you still pray to God for forgiveness for who you are. You acknowledge who you are, but you're not just glorifying and reveling in this sinful nature that you have, gay or not. So the homosexual nature, it's not in accordance to God. Does it mean God hates you? No. Can you go to God with it? Yes, but you cannot be glorifying it like this is just you the baddest-ish out here and God is supposed to be like, yeah, snapping for you. You have to also be able to take that to God like, hey, this is my trait on planet Earth right now. This is who I am. It's not even about hating yourself. It's just you have to accept who you are, but you also have to go to God with that. You have to develop that relationship and God will guide you however he chooses to guide you. That's your business and your relationship with God. But it becomes a problem when you're glorifying this sin. Like, it's cool to be this. It's okay. Sin is never okay, but it's not the end of everything. That's why God exists, for you to go to him and talk to him about these things. It's not the end all and be all, but you're fooling yourself to just think it's okay to glorify in it. That's like you're throwing it in his face. You're spitting in God's face. So when the head of this Catholic Church can't even acknowledge it in that manner, and it's just telling you it's okay to be gay, God made you this way, and it's almost okaying homosexuality for the world, and you have to look at the institution, man. Is this really aligned with God? Is this institution aligned with God? What institution aligned with God can be facing homosexuality charges and pedophilic charges on a regular? No institution that really genuinely represents God is going to have a cloud of just sexual abuse following it. These are evil traits. These are satanic traits. This is where the truth, they tell you who they are. The truth is out in the world. The fact that all these cases of kids being abused is out there. This is like the truth of them out in the world. But the world still doesn't look at it. You would rather look at the play presentation of it, the drama of it, the stage show they put on for the world, coming out like he is the man of God. Like, it's a stage show. It's a play that they put on for the world. And instead of the world seeing the truth for what it is, which is the truth that comes out, you ignore the truth and you still choose this man as like the say-so for this. And now the Catholic religion has become what it is today, which is void of God, the actual God. But different video. Like I said, this way I didn't even intend to go all this. This was really just to kind of call out, and I was gonna make this kind of like just a clowning video because I didn't even take it to be that serious at first. Just really talking about how the Catholic Church really, you cannot have a cloud of homosexuality, of pedophilia. The two are hand in hand. You cannot have a cloud of child abuse following you all day, every day, but you are the like main representation of God on this planet, and this is what is making major rules and major laws and major like the man. It's insane. Onaedo's thoughts. Y'all have to get deep with this world and learn this world deeper than what you see on the surface. Don't just study this world as far as what they tell you to study. Learn this world for yourself and really start to dive deep and dig deep with this world. All right, much love.